Hi everyone, you all might be wondering where I am. I'm in Palo Alto to interview the CEO of K2view. K2view was named as one of the visionaries in Magic Quadrant. So let's do this. I'm actually going to his house to interview him. So this is fun. Let's see. Ronen,
Hey Ravi, welcome.
thank you very
So
much.
good to see
so
you.
good to see you. Today I'm excited. First of all, congratulations on being named as one of the visionaries in Magic Quadrant by Gartner. So excited to chat. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Let's do this, everyone. All right, Ronen, first of all, thanks for inviting me to your house and happy to do this. And obviously, congratulations once again for being named in the Magic Quadrant as visionaries. Tell us more about how did this happen, and it's actually a big news.
Yes, it is big news, and we're really, really proud to see the big jump that we've made inside the Magic Quadrant. I think what really changed is beyond the amazing work the team has been doing, working with customers, building new capabilities, is basically the market is changing. Gen AI is really changing everything and anything, including changing the criteria in the Magic Quadrant. But I think this is all coming from the customers really innovating with Gen AI.
Yeah.
And K2view, with our technology and how we are actually working with data, we are way, way, way more applicable the more you are implementing Gen AI.
Yeah, that's very true. And the Gen AI part, I kind of, agree 100% because I talk to a lot of enterprise leaders and they kind of feel the same. I'm kind of curious to know from your thoughts, is data integration still relevant in the age of AI? Because that is something that I'm kind of very curious to learn from leaders like yourself.
I think the first thing is that data is more relevant than ever before, and the
Okay.
enterprise data specifically is critical. I think LLM, Gen AI, even machine learning, the technology is really generic. What differentiates the organization is how they're leveraging their own data in together with the Gen AI innovation. And I think data integration, how you are actually making sure not just that your data is good data, but actually that your data is available for the LLM that your data is really available for the LLM to maximize the value, to maximize
Yeah,
the
true.
interaction. I think this is kind of where data is critical, and data integration tools are super important.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the positioning in the quadrant. Y'all have moved quite a lot up there, and that's a good move. How did that happen? But at the same time, what's that changed at K2view as well? What are the innovations that y'all have come up? So can you share a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, I think I was really happy to see that Gartner adopted at least two new critical capabilities when it comes to data integration. I think the first one is really acknowledging data integration for AI and for Gen AI,
Right.
specifically including capabilities like supporting RAG, supporting MCP, supporting A2A, and a variety of technologies that are critical for data integration to be relevant in the area of Gen AI. The second critical capabilities was really augmenting the user experience of the integration, the data engineers, the AI engineers, basically how you augment their experience leveraging AI. And I think K2view have been a pioneer in that area very,
Yep.
very early. More than 2 years ago, basically K2view have already augmented our experience with AI, from the catalog all the way to how we are storing and optimizing the data has been augmented by AI. But I think more importantly, and where I see customers really are excited, is how K2view making data accessible for the LLMs. I think the fact that the data, it's not just integrated, but actually available in an optimized way so that an LLM can chat with the data, can query the data in an automated way. I think this is amazing capabilities in a place that K2view is very unique.
I love it. These are fantastic insights, and definitely two main areas where Gartner has kind of pushed the needle as well, and which has also helped K2view get to the next level. I'm also wanting to, obviously discuss about this. This also means y'all are now closer to bigger tech players like AWS, Informatica, Microsoft, and other players in the same space. How does that feel? And what's the next big step in terms of even going after much larger enterprises? I know you already work with a lot of enterprises out there, and y'all are making those big deals, which is good. But now it's time to, obviously go much bigger. So how are you kind of doing that?
So for us, what is really, really critical is meeting the customers where they are, really supporting the customers with the most extreme use cases. I
Right.
will very proudly say that we are today winning the largest banks, the largest insurance companies, the largest telcos, the largest retailers, and many, many other industries. I think for us, because of the strength and the depth of the technology, the more complex the use case is, the more K2view shines. So I do see us actually competing and competing very, very effectively with any vendor within the Magic Quadrant
Yep.
when it comes to data, and especially when it comes to data serving use cases like AI, like test data management, like real-time integration, migration, customer 360, and so on.
Right. This is amazing, and definitely, I feel when it comes to customer first, and when y'all are meeting the customers where they are, it just becomes a game changer because these enterprise leaders always are looking for something solutions which are actually helping them, and it's not where y'all are trying to solve everything, but one step at a time. What these enterprises are facing problem with. One more thing I wanted to obviously discuss with you around was the strategic outlook, right? That's like one big thing I'm pretty sure for K2view as well. So what's next for K2view in the data integration tool space, and are we going to see much more deeper tools innovation that is going to happen internally?
The pace of innovation is actually unbelievable at this stage. And I think if I look into what we have done in the last year, it's actually really, really amazing. I think very, very early, we already adopted concepts like RAG. That was actually last year. But this year, very, very early, introducing MCP for any data,
Exactly.
MCP for data products. And I think we are very, very early in adopting the A2A protocol, agent to agent,
Love it.
and integrating to so many of the new platforms and new frameworks for the agentic AI. I think really, really exciting. I also would, I don't want to underestimate the importance of also a whole set of other scenarios. Like we have customers that are innovating with synthetic data. Like I've never
Right.
thought about the fact that like customers will basically generate customers, they will generate employees, they will generate any type of data and generate it in scale. This is accelerating their ability to test, innovate, develop, but it's also making data available for machine learning and Gen AI and keeping the security and privacy of the data.
Love it. Yeah, I feel that is very important point that you mentioned, that most of the times we kind of just focus on the Gen AI bit, but there are other aspects as well. And I feel K2view is out there making that difference for those enterprises as well. One more quick question that I had, and this is for the enterprise leaders, those who are wanting to implement AI and also wanting to make sure that the data integration is very smooth. What would be your advice to them, because you talk to a lot of customers, you talk to a lot of these leaders, and obviously get constant feedback about what different problems they face. Any thoughts around that?
If I can give one advice to leaders is I think work from the customer back. Any organization have an unbelievable opportunity to serve their customers better. And if me as a leader, what I will do is I will actually focus on the use case. How do I bring value to the customer and to my organization? And when you do that, you find very, very quickly where enterprise data is of help. And this
Right.
is the place that companies like K2view will make a huge difference. Choosing the right technology is going to make a big difference. I think I'll call it like the labels of like, I need a data integration tool will disappear. And what they should focus on is what data do I need? And then what tool or what technology do I need in order to make it, to basically make it optimized to be able to support my use case. I also think that this is the time that you want to choose the right partner, somebody that wouldn't just deliver tools to you, but actually deliver the
Yeah.
knowledge and the know-how. The world is changing very, very
Very
fast.
fast.
Last Magic Quadrant, things like A2A and MCP were in very early
Early
stages.
stage.
Today, this is becoming mainstream. So you want a partner that will basically go with you through this innovative stage.
100%, I agree. And because the things are moving so fast, you need to be as innovative as your solution provider is. And if K2view is the one which is actually delivering that value and actually being so innovative, There's no choice for the enterprise companies. They should definitely be working with you. So I'm also wanting to learn a little bit about data products because that's something you all have been talking a lot about. So can you share a little bit about why that is important and why is K2view talking about data products?
Ravit, I think what in many of the integration tools, their major focus is about moving data from A to B, reformatting, adding quality to the data. But in the era of Gen AI, when basically agents want to talk to data, it's really, really critical that the way you organize the data is based on a concept that is agreed between the business and IT. And this is basically what data product is. It actually means data together with the metadata in a structure that is agreed between both the business and IT, where definition exists. Not just a definition of what the data means, but also definitions of SLAs. What is basically the freshness of the data? What's the quality of the data, etc. Really, really critical, because when
Yeah.
the agent starts to work with data, you want to make sure they work with the data when the data have not just quality, but also the right structure, and data product is really that.
This is such an important point because I feel like one thing that I constantly hear is GenAI is good, we want to implement it, but should we have like the right data quality in place? And that's where data product comes into the game, and y'all are doing it. So thanks for sharing that. That is now I know the reason why y'all are talking so much about data product as well, because that is something like the first step as well to get into AI and make sure that AI is being successful, right?
Yeah, I think it's such an important organizing principle. If data warehousing was a critical organizing principle for analytics, I think data product is one of the critical architectural, I think, things that you need to take into consideration when you want to implement agents.
Yeah, I love it. Ronen, these are fantastic insights. Thanks for sharing that. One last question, and this is for our audience and for those who are watching. If folks want to obviously try MCP at K2view, if they want to also learn about the different things that you all have been innovating constantly, I know you all put out a lot of content for the audience out there, the webinars, and then you all also at various conferences. So if they want to, follow and, obviously go out and make sure they're making the most of the resources that you all are sharing, which is the best place to do that?
I think the web will be an amazing resource. You can
Okay.
go to k2view.com. You can come and see us in reInvent and
Nice.
in other big areas. You can watch my podcast at the Ravi Show. But I think no matter how you have your initial interaction with us, we'll bring the right expert to the place to actually work with you.
Yeah, and I feel, Ronen, on a side note, I've always followed the journey of K2view for like more than 2.5 years now. And I never say this, but I have actually, felt that difference in terms of the growth, but not only just that, but the value that you all provide to the customers. I've done enterprise series with you, which is like a very neutral series. We don't even talk about K2view at all, but we talk about the problems, the solutions, and how's the space moving, which is just for the community. So you all do a fantastic work for the community. Everything comes second for you, and which kind of also puts us in a place which makes me happy that okay, this is for the community what we do. So thanks for doing that. Keep up the great work. Congratulations on named as one of the visionaries in Gartner Magic Quadrant. We'll definitely make sure to share the report link if we have by the time we publish it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure there will be Magic Quadrant report available on your website as well that they can look at.
Yeah, we'll definitely try to make it available as quickly as possible. And thanks, great to chat with you.
Same here. Thanks for inviting me, and your house is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.